TV pero taitambika. First sasa ko to spirit wa shares with kumenzo. A sponsor is smart. Settings breaker? Hey. Try setting up kumenzo. We wake up kumenzo. Never have a Zambians base. Imama isitako share live video ena in. Nishwana mnaka nipate tina haza much to abengi. Muna chitako share ngamaisa hapa muna chitako share live video and therefore kwenda kuna ba road me my Minister of Tourism. Man guys, so when you come here just share the live. But wa balore okufa mshani muna tuambile Janice April, why? When did we have Miss Universe Zambia? April but 20. The journey started in February. How to road me? February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 10 months. How are you going 10 months, man? Guys, kindly share this live video. I just want to address it to the Minister of Tourism. So it's been long. You know, this is overdue. So na jinsi ofepano. Nsa ndande kufechi into chimuna wa minister. Even msala kwe chivichi. Na isa nsa le chimo. Ninji kapa kapuna kuno tudini ku Thailand. Kakapuna panga na ima. Ekono. Not in pepe. Nde umfasa on their pants. Eko insedeko bebe. I send pom kwai. I just want you guys to help me share this live video. I just have a few things, you know, to get out of my chest. So I'm going to but kindly share this video. It will be very nice if you tagged the Honorable Aini, Minister of Tourism. I wonder if folks to address the video and Team Tabesha, you breathe best. We are proud of you. Thank you so much. Okay. I will 620. Okay. That's fine. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you guys for supporting. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for everything that you've done for these girls, you know. You guys didn't do it for me as Alice. You didn't do it for our model management. You did it for the girls. I know you wanted to see change, and you have been part of that change. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Okay, we were able to work the way we worked. We were able to push the way we pushed because you guys were there supporting us from the word go until today. And whatever has happened today, honestly speaking, you know, we learn and we move forward. I feel like that's what growth does to one. You understand? Not somebody perfume, not to perfume. Next time we'll do better. Or next time, you know, you get my point. But we have done our best. But my message could be honorable. Vaskumba. I could have written you a letter, okay? I could have come to your office. I could have called you because I do have your number and you're wondering why I never called you. But it's high time you leaders in Zambia are held accountable for the things that you do. Ministers and ABCD, we should be afraid of you. We shouldn't be addressing you. In ABCD, we will never go anywhere as a country. As a leader and as a servant to Zambians, we need to have access to you. We need to tell you when you're doing something right and when you're doing something wrong. As a Minister of Tourism, our model management has beat you 10 times this year. 10 times this year. Our model management has beat you. The party of Omuinga Tueva. As Ministry of Tourism, Amodo management you have been a minister for good 5 years. For good 5 years you've been a minister. Amodo management only came up this year. We've sold the country more than you have done in the last 5 years. But Honorable Minister, I want to start with last year. Mwalipa dream yako Brandina. I didn't want to say this, but I will start from last year. Mwalipa dream ya mwaiche. You are a dream killer. That girl has been fighting to be a model, to be known for a very long time. You sat there as a judge. Okay? You sat there as a judge. You were part of the influence to make Brandina Lubuli win as Miss Universe 2024. Yet the girl had no ticket to go on time to Miss Universe. But yet you are the minister. Ni department yenu to serve the country with dignity, to make sure everything that falls under your ministry moves smoothly. You might not have the money, but you have the influence to direct people into good and proper offices to get the help that they need. You killed that girl's dream. That's what you did. You sat there, you chose Brandina to be Miss Universe 2024. But what you didn't do was to ask questions. What's the way forward? How is this girl going to represent Zambia? How is she going to get there? What kind of support does she need? You let that girl go to Miss Universe late. You made that girl not have the publicity that she needed as Miss Universe 2024. Appa, I'm not being Alice, I'm being human. I'm not being Alice Musukwa, I'm being human. I look at that girl and I feel you as a Minister of Tourism, you could have done better. Yes, I came out last year and I said what I said because I was provoked. But today I'm seated here because I am human and I want to tell you that. And this has nothing to do with the organization. It has a lot more to do as you, a Minister of Tourism. What is your duty in that office? What is your duty? Imaba Minister of Tourism, when they are launching an iPhone, you will go and present yourself and cut ribbons. As a Minister of Tourism, why are you advertising an iPhone that is not even created or made in Zambia? Why? Why are you available to go and stand in front of 50 people iPhone in Zambia when you can actually promote your tourism sector by promoting and pushing the girls who are doing great? Honorable Minister, I could have written you a letter. I could have called you. I am not afraid of you. I'm Zambian. And as a Zambian citizen, there's a reason why you are seated in that office. You are a public servant. Therefore, we will hold you accountable for things that you do not do right. This is not about Alice Musukwa. This is about you, your job, and why you are called a Minister of Tourism. Being a Minister of Tourism, Victoria Falls, Zambia. Some people have oceans. Rivers in Zambia. You can't keep on saying Tumana, oh, we've got big five and APC. Kenya has big five. Victoria Falls, share Nava Zimbabwe. So you can't always be talking about the same things. Take another angle. We can't be teaching you your job, Honorable. We can't. We are model management. 10-0. You have nothing on us, Honorable. Point how you have sold Zambia this year, and I will gladly stand in front of you with my heart full of joy. And I will tell you that I have sold Zambia. As our model management CEO and my team, we beat you once and we'll beat you again if you don't up your game next year. The Minister of Sports and Youth did your job. You should be ashamed. Chicken. He is just not a politician, he's a leader, and he knows how to get to people's hearts. The Minister of Sports and Youth, again, with no disrespect, Chikali. And if you are not careful, he will beat you in so many ways that he can. He had no reason to address me. He had no reason to take time in his office to sit and listen to these young women of Zambia speak to him and tell him their dreams. But he did. That was your duty as the Minister of Tourism. If we criticized Vachitotela, who are you not to be criticized? If we said Vachitotela didn't do a great job with tourism sector, and I was one of the people that criticized Vachitotela, I should criticize you too. As a leader, learn to listen. It's the people that will see you, and it's the people that will stand and vote for you. This is not a political related video. I am just ashamed of you. You are a public worker, and as a public worker, learn to listen. You cannot ignore things that people are seeing, supporting, and making noise about. You saw what has been happening from the day that Faith Walia won head to head. The very first ever girl that has put Zambia on the map at the Miss World. You, as a minister, you should be ashamed that you didn't even take time to congratulate the young woman. You didn't even take time to call her to your office and say, well done for doing part of my job, because she did your job. She did. For the first time in Zambia, we won Continental Queen, supranational. A young girl, 20 years old. I'm sure you don't even know her age. Zambians stood and bought her a car because they saw her hard work. They saw how much the little girl advertised Zambia. You, as a minister of tourism, you sat in your office. You have a personal issue with me? Call me. You have a personal issue with me, Honorable Minister? Kindly address it to me. Don't take it out on the young women. Don't take it out on girls that only need your support. You, as a Minister of Tourism, it is your duty to promote Zambia. We did your job. We wanted you by our side. We wanted you to focus. It's not about the money. Don't tell us, oh no, if we're a ministry, those stories to Arion Fapo. Mulakwata budget. Yakuya kuma China, kuya muka having ama breakfast meetings. Kuchina uko? No kukwera pama Honda on a weekend. Mwala kwera pama Honda, mwaya mukwa angala na ma Honda, kashinga ma bikers, mulusaka in every. You've got that time. It's not about the money. It's about you looking at these young women and being part of them. Telling them you can do it. Believing that they would sell your country. As a Minister of Tourism, an MP, Kudi Vingston, uko afuma, oko muita ti tourist, ni city or state katuishi oko muita. You should have used us. You should have used us to promote that city, because we did. Who didn't hear about Miss Universe Zambia? You can talk down on us, but you can never take away our hard work. We have worked proudly. We have worked shamelessly. I have come up live here, and I will come back again, over and over again, to beg for these young women so that Zambians can be a part of it. At least Narilomba, the new Minister of Tourism, who sat in your office, Muli SC, without any concern about what was happening in ABC. I'm very disappointed with you, but let me break it down for you. Because other people are selling their countries while you are going on bike rides every weekend with bikers. While you're attending all my trade kings. You are there. You've got time to go and cut ribbons. Could have trade kings. But let's launch. I'm a jiggies. If you let's launch, you are there. I don't mind people calling me and the terrorist and I don't care. Yeah? As long as you know, as a leader, we shouldn't be scared to tell you what you are doing is wrong. We will hold you accountable for your behavior. You are a public worker. Therefore, you need to listen to what people are saying. You saw people vote. You saw people cry. You saw people went out of their way to make sure that Zambia made noise. You, as a minister of tourism, you, as a person who's supposed to market Zambia, you didn't see it necessary to even say good luck, Kunda Momulima, as you represent Zambia at the Miss Universe. But last year, Rodney, judging Miss Universe, why did you go there? Because it was important for the country, right? Because it meant something for the country. What's the difference? Why were you not bothered about Miss Universe 2025 when you were bothered about Miss Universe 2024? Let's talk about that. You went and you sat. More audience, you sat in the audience. You were a judge of Miss Universe 2024. You gave it your time. But yet, 2025, you couldn't even post one post wishing a girl good luck. Congratulations, Faith Walia. Congratulations, Namakau Nawa. Congratulations, Anne Musonda, for making Zambia proud. Kunda Mamulima, good luck. You couldn't do that. But last year, whatever I judged by Miss Universe, so tell me, is it that you have a problem with me, or you have a problem with our model management, or something shifted? Are we having personal issues? Because if we are, then you're being very unprofessional. And as a leader, you shouldn't act like that. Many people will ask me, why did I not write a letter to you? I am not supposed to write a letter to you. This was public interest, and I'm bringing it to public. If I write you a letter, people wouldn't know what you have done. You're a politician. This has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with politics. This has a lot more to do with your behavior, your attitude, your leadership. We've seen you several times. I'm not the only person who has seen you. It's a very small shop. Of course, yes, he's doing great for himself. But as a Minister of Tourism, why are you launching an iPhone when we don't even have a manufacturer of iPhones in Zambia? Why do you want to be a face of a shop as a minister? Meanwhile, you can't be a face of something that is selling a country publicly. I want to say thank you to people that came on board. Your permanent secretary. He didn't give us money. He gave us audience. He gave us encouragement. He pointed us to the right people. That is your PS. Because he understands the reason why he's in his office. I want to say thank you so much to Pilato. Well, I would call him Mr. Pilato, you know, because we are in the same industry, but PS Fumba. He didn't have to open his door and listen to us or entertain my girls, but he did, because he knows what leadership is all about. Mr. Kango as well. But Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, he beat you, eh? Achimuntu. He's a leader. He is a leader. That man, all of them, he can constituency, have voted. Even though this video is not about politics. But you gotta be very careful. You have to be very careful. I had to wait until today because I didn't want to disturb my girls. I didn't want to disturb my girls. When we knock on your offices, we are not coming there to beg for money all the time, but we are coming there for you to give us encouragement that what we are doing is right. Point us to right direction. Point us to people that can help if you can't help at all. And if I, Alice Musukwa, 4 years ago, sat down and I criticized Honorable Chitotela, Rodney, I will criticize you over and over again. Your behavior has been very unacceptable. You can do better. As a leader, as a minister of tourism, you can do better. Just this year, this year, our model management has beat you twice, 3 times, sailing Zambia, and there's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can tell me that you have done that the public of Zambia can relate to, that we, our model management, have done that people cannot relate to. We've kept Zambians busy. We've kept Zambians known to the world, and there's nothing you can tell me. There's nothing that you will tell me in front of me and say, Alice Narich Tefi, and the whole world heard about it. Honorable, I will tell you that our model management from the beginning to the end today, Zambians have engaged with us. Zambians have been with us. Zambians have moved out of their comfort zone. The world has heard about our model management. And our model management does not come from Zaire. It comes from Zambia. When a girl goes and represents Zambia, they are not going there as Anna Musonda. No, they are going there as Zambia. When a girl goes to Miss Universe, she is not going there as Kunda Wamulima. She's going there as Zambia. When Faith Warrior went to Miss World, and for the first time in the history of Zambia, she won head-to-head and placed 24. She was not called Faith Warrior on that stage. She was called Zambia. We, our model management, we are the biggest marketer this year of Zambia compared to you, Honorable. And there's nothing you can tell me. There is nothing you can tell me. Do better. Do better. And this is not about you, PND. It's about you as individuals and your leadership skills. It's high time we held you accountable for your actions. The Minister of Commerce had time, 20 minutes of his time or 30 minutes of his time to listen to whether the girls were talking rubbish or they were being truthful or they were making sense. But he spared 30 minutes of his time to listen because these young women are important in our society. The Minister of Commerce has nothing to do with modeling. He has nothing to do with modeling. But he is a leader. I don't care about his constituency or other people. I am here to say thank you to him because you know what? He gave my girls time. He listened to my girls. But you, a whole minister of tourism, this is your sector. Not even like a postikanga, come on, to wish anybody good luck. You are representing us well. Oh, we can see what you're doing. You are very active for social media. You're very active on social media. We see you. Again, I could have written you a letter. I could have been very professional about this, but this is the only better way of being professional, to hold you accountable publicly. Because if we don't hold you accountable publicly, nobody will ever tell you anything. You will think what you're doing is right. Pull up your socks. After my politics, connect with the people of Zambia. Do what Zambians want. Listen. Public office is not forever. And please, you should never ever forget the term that says you are a public worker, public servant. There's a reason why you are a public servant. You are for the public. You work for us as Zambians. I'm very disappointed to actually, well, not to know, because I knew already. You are an MP, Kuri Livingstone. That is our tourist capital. You could have used us. Training, like other people did who are not even in the government. Training, you could have been the first person in front, calling shots, telling people, they're doing ABCD, it's big. You take things personal. You know the reason why you didn't help us. You know. You know. But that's very unprofessional. That's very unprofessional. That's not like a leader. As a leader, choose wisely. Do things with dignity, integrity. Because somebody out there will hold you accountable. And I am. No shame, no shy, honorable. As you are a public worker, a public servant, we shall tell you what to do and what you're doing right and what you're not doing right. On this one, honorable, you owe these young women an apology, not me. You have a personal issue with me, I don't care. As long as you've never addressed it, I don't care. But you owe these young women an apology. They went out of their way to promote your industry. To promote your ministry, yet not even well done came out of your mouth. Not even congratulations came out of your mouth. Not even you women are doing great. Nothing. At least now, first lady, body post a face. Meaning, body mona kona first lady, body mona body ba busy body ya. Ukuchira na imo minister. Body mona ba posta ko mwana. Imo mari firwa. Don't do that. People are watching. And if you think people are not watching, people are watching. This has nothing to do with your political party. This has everything to do with your leadership skill. You're a very active person on social media. I follow you. That's if you will block me after today. I don't know. I follow you. You're very active. Ngamwakuma China ukomuleno tuti muna posta. Mwapa Dubai apo muleno mureri ama skono nama kashinga mara baria muna posta ba kisha ngaba mara bunibanga baisa po Zambia. Turamona. Era inenda stoka. Umuntu venga ni nkwatira fecha kumutima nda stoka na ndi stoka sana imo. Nina, I will repeat this again. Zambians have been watching. They've been watching. And about 2.3 thousand people watching me. At least 1,000 people saw you. Varechita launch kashinga meishu kwa trade kings. Yana trade kings sha ishwa relationship ya bapo paria. Bati mula sangwa. Kwena mula kwa tenshita. Umuntu ara isla baba shop na muya. But you couldn't even send anybody from your ministry to even come and witness who is the Miss Universe. And let me just tell you this story. As the director of Armodo Management, you have nothing on me. Without your support, my girls have done it. Because Zambians were behind us. Zambians did it for us. The first girl we took to Miss World, 2 weeks after she won Miss World Zambia, she represented us so well. Just in case you have not been following. It seems like Tamale Tamba, so I can fill you in. Aliaku India, for the first time in the history of Zambia, Ali winner, head-to-head winner. Ali Placer 24. out of 80-something women around the world, we made noise. We sought Zambia. 2 weeks after, we were in Poland. Namakau Nawa, a 20-year-old young woman of Zambia. I got like 6 miles more. Adi winner. Continental Queen. Our country is known. It's there on the map because of Faith Warrior, Namakau, Anna Musonda, and Kunda Momulima. All we needed was you to be a part of this journey. And I'll still ask you this question. If it was important for you to sit in front of 1,000 people last year, I think in August, to witness the winner of Miss Universe Zambia 2024, what stopped you from supporting Miss Universe Zambia 2025? We are not asking for money. All we were asking for was your audience. The same audience the Minister of Youth and Sports gave us. What was wrong with you giving us that audience? If you sat down and you crowned Brandina Luwuli as Miss Universe Zambia 2024, Miss Universe on time. You are a dream killer. You need to apologize to that young woman. You killed her dream. I'm being human today. I'm not being Alice Musukwa. I am being human today. You as a Minister of Tourism, it was your responsibility to make sure Brandina Luwuli goes to Miss Universe on time. Brandina Luwuli had everything she needed on time. I was being petty last year. We've done everything we could this year. Pushed Kondamomlima to the limit. People have seen it. People watched her. And that's what we wanted. Attention to our country. Attention to the young woman. People now know there is Zambia somewhere. And Zambians are not underdogs in the pageant industry. Because you know what? We went beyond. We engaged Zambians. Zambians were part of this journey except for you, Honorable. Your fellow ministers were part of this journey except for you, Honorable. Rodney Skumba, Minister of Tourism, except for you. She never planned a thing. But see, next time, be professional as you can. Because people are watching. I am a non-partisan. And this video is not political affiliated. But if I sat down 4 years ago and I criticized my Honorable Chitotela for not doing his job in the tourism sector, promoting modeling industry in Zambia. Rodney, I'm not scared to hold you accountable for doing the same thing. There's no difference between you and Chitotela. There's no difference. Without your support, we made it though. I just want to tell you that. Without you saying anything to these young women of Zambia, we made it though. Manfa, Honorable, we made it. God is great. Zambians are wonderful. Zambia ni jaima. Zambia ngare folk supporter, ala supporter. When you are choosing your battles, choose them wisely. Next time, be professional. Personal issues should be personal issues. Leave them away from your office. When you enter up Mukairo Road, leave personal issues at home, on the streets of Cairo Road. Don't enter with them office. Don't do that. If you had a problem with me as an individual, as Alice Rollins and Musukwa, you should have thought about the young women that we have fought really hard, groomed really hard for them to represent Zambia very well. Politics here aside, leadership should be the first thing that you should focus on. When you are a leader, choose your battles wisely. We will hold you accountable of your behavior, and people will see your behavior. Iya kutira because you are ministers ture kunkulanga tuami mona ture kunkulawe. You are public servants. Do right by people. Do right by people. Nicho vele somo abera no kupiata tu apia sana as amodo management. Pani ngana tusevana. But tualikosa fie mpumi. Tualikosa fie mpumi. Failure is not our portion, but Zambia this year, because they've seen our hard work. The hard work that you didn't see. Chalobantu, Honorable Minister. Chalobantu. The same way I knocked on your door the first time I told you I wanted to get the license of Miss Universe. That was the same passion that I've had until today. Do better. Honorable, do better. You are a public servant. People will hold you accountable. And I'm appealing to all Zambians. When you see these public officers, public servants doing something wrong, hold them accountable for their actions. We as Zambians, we are not slaves. We are not their underdogs. They are in those offices working for us. When they do something wrong, hold them accountable. Because at the end of the day, they'll walk out of those offices and they'll still want your votes. They'll still want to convince you that they are better leaders. So when you pick them for the first time, the second time, hold them accountable for things they're not doing right. It is their job to make sure they deliver. It's their job to do certain things that they are required to do as government officers, as government servants. It's their job. I'm seated here today and I want to tell you, one of the judges for Miss Universe this year was the vice president's wife of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is already selling its country outside. You can't even offer cold drinks. But kuma iPhone, you cover chokomudi. Eh? Other countries are doing beyond and above to do whatever they can to make sure their country is known. If poverty is our portion all the time. Imagine if Zambia won. Tell me, how would they even give us a crown? Most countries twaya. How can they give us a crown when our government is not even involved in what we are doing? Everything we do, this thing we do, is business transaction. It's what they can get out of the country. If you, a minister, you are avoiding us, you don't even want to work with us in ABCD, you think they'll invest in our country. President, ignore you say. It's okay. But at least him, as a minister of tourism, you have to show your face. You let the world know you're a part of this. Bola today, Firwa. Can't we win at something else? We must teach you your job. As a young minister, a vibrant young minister, a minister that knows what time it is, a minister that understands brands, you should understand the power of marketing. That's the reason why you are a minister of tourism. It's because the president saw you as somebody who understands the strategies of marketing Zambia. This year we've been the biggest marketer of Zambia, yet we haven't even gotten a simple thank you from you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Zimbabwe is now connected to Miss Universe. Meanwhile, you, as a minister, you've never even posted anything about us doing pageants, and yet people expect us to do so much. People expect us to go above and beyond. How are we going to go above and beyond when we have no backup from you? We are tired. We won't keep on talking about the same things over and over again, begging you to do your job. We fall under the Ministry of Tourism. Therefore, even if you don't have money to give us audience. Direct us to the right places where we can go to. Point the right people we can go to. We have the capacity to change Zambia. In our industry, we are no more underdogs. All of us as Zambians, we need to start holding these ministers accountable for their actions. You don't vote yourselves. For you to become a minister, somebody voted for you as an MP. You were appointed by the president to become a minister of tourism because he thought you are capable of marketing Zambia. And if you're not doing the right thing, we shall tell you. You can't have enough time on your clock to go and launch a Jigizi or a Fanta, a Shiny, a iPhone. Yet something big. You can't even come. You couldn't even send anybody from your ministry to come and witness grace there at the Miss Universe. Again, the Minister of Sports and Youth beat you. He just didn't beat you. He made us feel we are a part of the ministry. We are acceptable. And what we are doing is good for the young ones. He did a lot of things that you, as a Minister of Tourism, could not do. And it's just right for me to sit down here and say thank you. He had better things to do than spend 30 minutes of his time entertaining us. But he did. Because he understands the value that we hold as young women of Zambia promoting our country. This has nothing to do with politics. It has a lot more to do with leadership. Your leadership skills are poor. Very poor. Next year, do better. Thank you so much. As a reminder again, Zambia doesn't only have the Victoria Falls and the Big Five. We've got cultures that we as our model management have showcased in the small little ways that we have done. At least people now know or understand about the Chongwe tradition, the Ngonis, and all other tribes that we have showcased. We have a rich culture that only in our way could people know about it. You can never do what we have done. You can't explain it. It's action that is needed. It's practice that is needed. Be professional. I sit down here and I want to be as professional as I can be. Because you know what? I am mature and I look at things differently. And I want to tell you that next year or in future, if God gives you an opportunity again to become a minister or an MP, do better. Do better. Be a leader and not a politician. Be a leader that listens. Don't be a leader that listens and uses emotions to act. Separate personal issues to private issues. Professional issues away from your personal issues. You would think Zambians can't see. Zambians see. And always remember, Zambians are emotional people. And when they want to do something, they hold hands. and they do something. And they've held hands this year, and they've done something for us, and we will remain grateful. Without your support, we had Zambians support. Zambians came out in numbers, and they supported us. They saw us through till today. And Zambians, thank you. Thank you so much for the love and support you've shown the young women of Zambia. They needed you throughout this journey. They did. Thank you, Zambia, for being amazing. And when I say Zambia, I'm talking about all the political parties in Zambia. All of them. I'm talking about all the individuals in Zambia. I don't care about any political party. I'm calling all Zambians. Thank you for what you have done for us. Thank you for the votes. Thank you for the fight. Thank you for everything that you have done. The Tuakamila way. Thank you. As we end our pageant journey, I just want to say thank you. Until next time, have a blessed day.